Homeschooling is something I truly wish would have been available when I was growing up in the 80s and early 90s. That's why Alicia and I knew when our daughter Caitlin was born there'd be no other option for us as a family. Plus, the options now are amazing. One such opportunity comes from the Arkansas Learns Act that established the Arkansas Education Freedom Account that is available for homeschooled children in Arkansas. You can learn a lot from the website, but nothing beats firsthand experience. See, now last year I was chatting with Missi Weeks of Harrison Krav Maga not too long after their grand opening, where she shared with me the basic rundown of the EFA program and what it can mean for homeschool students here in the 72601. Well, at the time enrollment was closed, but this January the enrollment doors flew open and I got a chance to catch up with Missi. She got me up to speed about the program as well as her thoughts on why it's an opportunity that homeschool parents should seriously consider.
Everybody has to pay school tax. I think it's just a fantastic thing that now the homeschool kids actually get to utilize some of it. Homeschool families traditionally, I think, are a little bit larger and they've got more kids. And for them to put their kids, all their kids, in dance or music or martial arts, it would be hugely expensive. I think what I see is they'll pick this kid can do this, and then maybe next month this kid can do this, so that they can afford it. And by utilizing the EFA, all their kids can learn. And we are really big on families learning together.
Now, as we all know, knowledge is power, and knowledge that comes from a first-hand account is priceless. For this part of the story, Missi introduced me to Bethany Percival, who currently has her 3 children enrolled at Harrison Krav Maga thanks to the EFA program. I had her explain to me how the process worked.
For the EFA, so there's an application that you have to do first of all, which is open now for the following school year. And once you apply, you have to submit like your proof of residency, right? Like utility bill or driver's license, the child's birth certificate, and then later on your notice of intent to homeschool, right? Once you have the whole application process done, there's not much to do besides the yearly testing. You have to do a yearly norm reference test that's on their approved list.
Now, not everything is just smooth as silk right now. There are some hiccups in the system, and Bethany explains that.
Like you type in, you want to find all the vendors in Harrison, right? So you type in Harrison, and it's going to only pull up Harrison Krav Maga because it's the only one that starts with Harrison. And so you type in another vendor, say First Step Dance Studio. I just saw they got approved. You try to type in dance, it's not going to pull them up.
Getting to the brass tacks of things, I asked Bethany how the funds were dispersed.
So they deposit it into a managed account through a company called Class Wallet. So they pay Class Wallet to manage all the accounts and to manage the marketplace, right? So you log on to Class Wallet and that's where your money is. So you can then use that money to purchase through Class Wallet in the marketplace or to purchase curriculum outside of it. The vendor will give me an invoice and then I will go online, log onto Class Wallet, pay vendor, go through the different screens, enter the amounts, tag the vendor, enter what it's for, and submit it, and that's it. So as often as they give me the invoice, whether it's quarterly, monthly, you just do that every time you get an invoice. And it's pretty fast, it's not hard.
With all that now out of the way, I asked Bethany about other local vendors she's been able to enroll her kids into.
Well, these things aren't things that we would be able to do without the EFA, right? Like Krav Maga, you know, the expense just isn't something we can do. Georgia Guitars, the expense isn't something we can do. So it really helps to round out their education, I feel like.
I'd like to share with you more about the kids' Krav classes that are available at Harrison Krav Maga, and with the first actually being Bethany's daughter Ruby, who shares her thoughts on kids' Krav and what it means to her.
I love it.
What's your most favorite part?
At the close to the end where we practice getting out of things that when people try to steal you.
Another student that shared some very positive results is Alyssa, who also happens to have a favorite technique that she's learned.
I have a lot of faith in myself now.
What's your favorite?
Disarming handguns is
That's
always
important.
fun.
This also gave me the opportunity to chat with Alyssa's mom, Amanda, who also had a very positive experience with her family, who has 7 out of 10 of them reaping the benefits of Krav Maga.
They have really enjoyed it. It's given them an opportunity to work out. They practice on each other at home, which is sometimes fun, sometimes scary. But they're a lot more confident with it. They'll say, "Come at me with a knife," and kind of confident that they could defend themselves if they needed to.
You know, another thing that I find very impressive about the Two Crows Dojo is that along with teaching, they are also all about nurturing the ambitions of other aspiring teachers. One such instructor is Caden Richards.
So up in Kansas City, that's kind of what I did. I trained up there at Kick, and I taught a lot of the kids' classes up there, just tried to help them out. And yeah, the kids were always fun and ambitious, and they soak a lot of knowledge in better than adults do.
Austin Bailey had been a student since virtually day one of the doors opening and has since excelled in the program and has now grown to the ranks as a leader.
It's great. I love making a difference in the kids' lives. Like, I'm glad that I can teach them stuff that'll carry them on into the real world.
So many positive stories and so much fun watching the kids learning how to really take care of themselves. I mean, seriously, this is no joke. This Krav Maga is meant to help you defend yourself no matter what. And the kids are learning well, and again, to help you feel a little bit better as a parent knowing that your kids, they can take care of themselves. So much more to the story still, but I wanted to share a final word from Missy about her hopes for the EFA program and kids here in the 72601.
What I see with the EFA is I hope more people in Harrison jump on board with this. I think the more opportunities that we have for the next generation and our young kids it's great. I feel like that's why we're here, right? We need to pass on what we know to the next generation.
Hey, thank you very much for watching and sharing with us how the 72601.life is a great experience.